So you're no longer on the fence about asking Karen to prove that the baby's yours?
Hell no. And she better give me that paternity test soon, too, or she won't get one red cent. We still gotta take care of Michael after this hearing.
Okay, not that I'm complaining, but what made you change your mind about asking her to get a test?
Not what? Who? You, baby. I mean, have you ever steered me wrong? Shit, I should just listen to you from the beginning. Who should have?
Now, I thought about this when I was watching the episode live, but during the actual live stream, somebody pointed out that I think that Zach lied to Fatima. But then I saw somebody elaborate even further on Instagram, and it boils down to the phone call he made to Fatima, or if I'm not mistaken, Fatima called him. You just saw the clip. You know who called who. I think it was Fatima that called him to see how his day was going. And he was just leaving the airport on his way to the salon. And at this point, without a single doubt in his mind, he realizes that, you know what, I'm no longer on the fence about it. Karen needs to tell me about this DNA test right now. So I know if she doesn't, she's not getting a red cent out of me. Well, here's the thing with that. Even if she waited until the baby was born and got the DNA test, it kind of doesn't matter because you would still have to pay support. But whatever, he's mad. But he basically says that, yeah, now I don't have any doubts in my mind. Well, what changed your mind? Not what, who? Well, who was it? You. I mean, it was actually Danny. It's just one of those things where, did Zach just not find that it was important to mention Danny's name? Because in reality, Danny just kind of was the backup choir to what Fatima was telling Zach originally in the first place. Honestly, I don't think anything bad would have come from Zach. Isn't it ironic that I did a video about last week's episode pertaining to, yeah, it's a good thing Zach did not lie to Fatima about those roses, and then at some point Fatima would have found out some way, somehow, that those flowers were actually meant for the grand opening for Karen. Yet now he's lying to her about, oh, well, it was you that made me realize I needed to get this test, when in reality it was Danny. And I think I mentioned this in a couple of other videos. I wish I could find the clip, but I can't. Plus, I know Disney's kind of strict with copyright, but simply put, there was an episode of The Proud Family, the original one. And Oscar was talking to Penny, and Penny was like, oh yeah, it's kind of like when you or Ma tell me something that I think is stupid until I hear it from someone else. Basically, because your parents are authoritative figures, so it almost sounds like they're always punishing you when they're telling you right from wrong. But then if, let's say, I don't know, a janitor, an older person, like an older person you meet in your day-to-day life, if they kind of give you that same advice, it doesn't sound as strict. It sounds like, oh, it makes sense now. That's kind of what it's like with Fatima and Zach, where, earlier in the season, she was chastising him and calling him stupid regarding not wanting to get the test done. But when you have someone like Danny, who is a truth teller, as about being judgmental or anything, because that's his old coworker and his, good friend from back in the day, it makes sense. And sometimes all it takes is a new perspective, because you might not like how your parent or spouse or family member or whoever is telling you some advice, because the way they say it is messed up. But the way Danny said it to Zach was in a way he can understand, which makes sense. But at the same time, it's sad because it just goes back to Fatima's poor communication skills. But do you think that Zach did lie? I mean, was it an omission of truth? Was it a little white lie? I mean, it wasn't Fatima that opened his eyes. It was Danny. And we know that those two are cool with each other. Or kind of like an episode of Dragnet, did Zach just omit her name to protect the innocent? I don't know. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Zach lied to Fatima about his inspiration for, confronting Karen? I'm going to be honest here. This is just me, but it almost sounds like Zach is saying, yeah, baby, you're the one that made me see the light. And now that Zach is about to do something stupid, when it hits the fan, he could be like, well, Fatima, you're the one that told me to go get the DNA test and whatnot. Even though Fatima's like, don't you think the day of her grand opening is a bad idea to do it? And yet he's going down there again. I don't care if the grand opening is technically over. No, it's stupid. It really is. It really is stupid. But without further ado, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you. Oh, also, back up. Just like last week when he was like, well, babe, I was just doing what you told me to do, to try to make nice with Karen so she won't come after us in court and whatnot. So that's why I went down there with the flowers. Basically, it's like he weaponizes what Fatima tells him he should do to excuse his stupid decisions. That's what it really boils down to. Sheesh. Come on, Zach, do better. All right, for real this time. Please like and subscribe, follow me on social media, and I'll catch you in the next video.